But I like that you asked that question because I could have a little fun with that. Go ahead.
Could you address the whole debate issue? First year, decades of not having a public gubernatorial debate.
Well, I mean, look, first of all, I don't know how long I'll be in here, but I think it'll be at least an hour, so I will have spent 7.5 hours with the press, and there'll be more to come. And I assume that you write and let people know. You can ask me anything you want for as long as you want. You want me to be here for 2 hours? I'll sit here for 2 hours. You wouldn't be able to take it for 2 hours, however. And we offered them an opportunity to do 2 debates, which they rejected. Then the campaign fell apart. Then they issued an ultimatum. We're not responding to ultimatums, and we moved on. And it's just that simple as that. So we hope we'll have. We're going to do more of this. We'll probably have a forum where people will be able to ask whatever they want. But yesterday I'm in Dayton. I just was in Newark with the Advocate and all those many newspapers. I mean, I'm doing a lot of this, and I'm not. I'm out here letting people know what I'm doing.
I know you don't pay attention to polls necessarily, but Quinnipiac has you up 22 points.
I didn't know that
Today.
Yeah.
And what they just came out with. Do you view your opponent as a serious challenge at this
I don't
point?
have any comment about that. When you run for re-election, whether it's Congress, state senate, governor, whatever, dog catcher, people look and make a decision about an incumbent. What kind of a job did he or she do? And if they think that person did a good job, then they just re-elect them. I mean, it's not about if the incumbent's done a poor job. Then all of a sudden people say, you know what, I might try something different on the menu. So if you have followed me around, and some of your reporters, I've been in all your towns, I've been in over half of the state, in the counties in the last 2 months, you have never heard me speak about the president, I just don't talk about that. I talk about what we've done and what we want to do, and I don't intend to change that. I don't see any reason to change that at this point. Something, you never know what'll happen, but that's how we've run this, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And you've all been out there covering me.
I think we're about an hour. Anybody else want to throw one out? You think there'll come a time in the state where medical or marijuana is legal for medical uses? Do you have a position on that issue?
And the medical community has never come to me with that. Until the day that happens, the answer is no. But we can't be, on one hand, fighting drugs, and then on the other hand, saying we're going to legalize some kind of drug.
I'm on the library board and
Which one?
Newcomer County. Which, by the way,
Home of Woody Hayes, right?
Home of Woody Hayes, which, by the way, paid off their debt 11 years early in state tax bills, $89,000. But they have concerns about the funding for libraries statewide.
We've been pretty good on the libraries. We've thought. They've been. I don't think anybody's complained about having libraries as a priority. I've never heard anybody say, "Well, you didn't give us enough." And so I don't. But I can't promise anything in terms of what will come from the standpoint of everything's always on the table, and then you try to figure it out, and you have your priorities. And but we've looked out for the libraries. You also got to remember one other thing. When I came in, we had an $8 billion hole. I mean, it wasn't like we were in the clover. It was $8 billion, and there are things we had to do because raising taxes was not a choice. Not for ideological reasons, but it's not a choice because if you have a restaurant and you don't have any customers, you don't raise your prices. That'll bring it in. You got to figure out how to change the menu and lower the prices. So that's kind of what we had to do. I think I would propose, outside of you, I would propose that that maybe we have to figure out how often. But I would very much like to meet with you. If I'm fortunate enough to win again, I'd like to meet with you more often. Is there a way we could do that? If we got. Yeah, but if we got you and got the Newark Advocate and all that, and because I think it's important for me to get questions from you, but it's also important for you to hear what we're trying to do, because when you tell people, I mean, just to give you an example of the community connectors, if you start an organization in your community and you have a faith-based business organization and you adopt a school and you have students and a parent or guardian, whoever, if the cost of organizing that, you know, we make a match of 3 for 1. We got $10 million set aside for this. We should have been able to tell you more about the Innovation Fund. I mean, we need to renew the Innovation Fund. We need to let you know the successes that we had so that you can report them and you can say to your folks, well, where are you on the Innovation Fund? You know, I mean, I just think we should do this because it's easy to be covered by all the big papers and all that stuff, but I'm not sucking up to you. I'm just telling you matter, so that when people in the local communities hear about this, they can get motivated, start talking. You know, I was in Newark the other day, David, and you know, I asked them, how many people, there are 200 people in the room, how many of you ever heard of Start Talking? It's like 3 hands. I mean, all you have to do is tell a kid, you know, you go to a soccer game or wherever you go, you just tell a kid that you see, you stay off the drugs. You go play soccer, you get on these drugs. And we just need to figure this out, and we'll work on it.
We'll give you an hour there. Like you stay to we'll meet for an hour after.
See, the university's doing a lot of advertising now, huh? Yeah. Yeah. No,
It all happened in the worst today.
Thanks. Okay.